Philadelphia Hotel of Amman, Construction to Destruction, 1926 to 1987. Story number 15. As I saw the Crown Prince of Sweden near Amman Roman Theatre in 1934. Four phases of form and activity development. Monday, the 22nd of February 2021. This is the map of Lower Amman, the capital city of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan in 2021. Where we can see Al-Husseini Mosque, the Roman Theatre, and of course the location of the Philadelphia Hotel of Amman. The following explains the situation of Philadelphia Hotel in 1968. At that time, the area in front of the Roman Theatre was divided into two parts, public garden and a hotel. The total area of the sunken terraced garden is about 35% of the total area, while the area of the hotel is about 65% of the total area. And that was the situation for almost 20 years to come. This is the last picture of the theatre and the Odeon taken in 1875, 3 years before the arrival of the new settlers in 1878. About 100 years before the end of the First World War in 1918, several non-Arab travelers and researchers visited Amman. Their initial object was to carry out surveys of the topography and ethnography of Ottoman Levant. Of course, with a remit that fell somewhere between an expeditionary survey and military intelligence gathering. In 1806, the foundations for archaeological history of Amman was created by the work of the German traveler Sitzen when he passed by the ruins. Such expeditions created interest in visiting this region, part of which was Amman and its boundaries. Amman visitors camped in front of the Roman Theatre for almost 100 years until 1910. Since 1900, the area in front of the Roman Theatre witnessed the first development of public buildings. As this 1918 aerial view shows. The Saraya was built in 1902. The Post and Telegraph Office was built in 1903, while the bridge was built in 1909, and finally the Governor Bureau in 1910. By the end of the First World War in 1918, Amman municipality divided this area into 3 major lots, with the footpath in the south forms the main street. While the stream of Amman bounds it in the north. Following this land subdivision, the area witnessed 2 new building activities adjacent to the Governor Bureau. The first was the construction of Al-Khatib Chateau in 1920. This building belongs to Ahmed Khatib, the second mayor of Amman. The second was the construction of camping area and tourist facilities in 1923 as part of the governor's responsibilities regarding tourism in Amman. The area in front of the Roman Theatre between 1918 and 1925. Within Amman, the governor was responsible for maintaining order, in addition to all his responsibilities for municipal services with the mayor. Other duties were related to tourism and tourists registration, coordinating with Thomas Cook and Son Limited of London that would play a major role in constructing the Philadelphia Hotel in 1926. Here we can see the camping area in front of tourists' facilities in 1925 until 1926, when the idea of erecting a hotel saw light. This is the story of Philadelphia Hotel of Amman. 4 phases of construction to destruction in 1987. The area in front of the Roman Theatre between 1918 and 1925. Here we can see the area in front of the Roman Theatre between 1925 and 1926. Demolishing Governor Bureau, a new building for the Emirate Diwan was constructed. This is the Philadelphia Hotel of Amman, first year of construction in 1926, where it replaced the camping area and tourist facilities built a few years ago. Standing in the site of construction of the Philadelphia Hotel, we can see the Roman Theatre, of course, and the famous sign of the hotel where it says Locandet Philadelphia, the Prime Ministry, and the Post and Telegraph building as well. Philadelphia Hotel. 4 phases of construction. Phase number 1, 1926 to 1948. Where it replaced the camping area and tourist facilities built a few years ago. Philadelphia Hotel. 4 phases of construction. Phase number 2, 1949 to 1955.
Two wings were added to the eastern and western sides of the hotel. The area in front of the Roman theater between 1949 and 1955. Philadelphia Hotel. 4 phases of construction. Phase number 3, 1955 to 1962. One floor was added over the main body of the hotel. Philadelphia Hotel. 4 phases of construction. Phase number 4, 1962 to 1987. The hotel expanded its site by demolishing the Emirate Diwan and building a ballroom to the west. One floor was added over both wings of the hotel. The area in front of the Roman Theater between 1962 and 1964. The last construction activity in the Philadelphia hotel premises was concluded in 1962. By 1962, construction activity in the hotel premises was concluded. 5 years later, the school was demolished. And in 1968, part of the stream was covered and channelized, giving way to the widening and replanning of Al-Hashimi Street and to the construction of the sunken terraced garden. Hotel entrance was flipped over from south to north to serve the new setting. The area in front of the Roman Theater was divided into two parts, public garden and a hotel. The whole area was turned into a garden in 1988, after demolishing Philadelphia Hotel and leveling it in 1987, changing the whole characteristics of the area.